Right, welcome back to another episode of Testing the Tips, where I, as an average golfer, much like you, have tried and tested a number of tips from the leading golf YouTubers out there who are professional golfers, pass on tips to people like us. I've put them through the paces, and this is another one that I think is, will apply to a lot of golfers out there, but it's particularly aimed to either senior golfers or if you're lacking in some kind of restricted movement, maybe a bit of flexibility is gone. But there's certainly a key element that will without doubt help you hit the ball longer. It'll make it a little bit easier to swing the golf club and generate a bit of club head speed that we've potentially lost over the years. This comes from a guy called Philip. It's Easiest Swing as ever. I will link his full video in the description below, and you can see exactly how I've interpreted the video, whether I got bits wrong or not. But this one is fairly simple and straightforward. There's not a great deal to it, but it's very effective.
Today's video was filmed at Chester and North Wales Golf Academy.
As a older golfer and you're starting to lose a bit of flexibility, let's say, or lack of movement, whatever you want to refer to it as, we've always been ingrained, at least, to think that, and I know I certainly have, that we're hitting driver, or any club for that matter, left foot pretty much stays on the ground. We turn around that sort of left foot, hips turn, and then we release. And my left heel, which is a key to this video, is very much stuck, fixed to the ground. That's what, in modern times at least, we've been led to believe is very effective. The problem that is as we start to lose flexibility, that becomes very difficult. So there's only so far that I can go by keeping that left heel fixed to the ground. And what that generally means is, and as I've seen with my own swing, it becomes a 3/4 swing because my lack of flexibility doesn't allow me to get much further than that before I start to have a hernia. So how do we deal with that, and how do we extend the swing? Because ultimately it's restrictive. Well, it's dead simple. All we're going to do is we're going to allow ourselves to lift that heel off the floor. And what that'll do is, already you can see from my own restricted swing, has now gone into pretty much extending quite a bit further. So length of swing has increased. So straight away you would expect we're starting to generate immediately just more club head speed from that alone. But it's not just the backswing that this helps with, it's also when we attempt to hit through the ball and follow through, get into our sort of final position. Because, again, what Phil talks about, two heels fixed to the ground, yes, it's restrictive this way, but it's also very restrictive going that way as well. So we end up sort of cramping ourselves up. There's not a lot of movement that can happen here. We're struggling to release that club head, and we end up with a sort of very shut finish. Now, we're going to do exactly the same. We're just going to turn and we're going to release the heel, which will allow our chest to turn. So our swing, and I should have moved the golf ball first of all, will look like this. And all of a sudden, I've been able to get to the top of a backswing and then to the top of the follow through. Whereas staying still, my swing looks something like that. I can still, like I said, have got enough sort of ability and flexibility to still make that movement. But there's a lot, like I said, and there's only one way this one goes, is that we will start to lose movement. So I'm going to attempt to hit the ball, and the concentration is up on the heel, back up on the heel. And that's all we're going to do. Again, nice kind of smooth, fluent swing. So we've got an 86 mile an hour club head speed. So it's a very sort of easy swing. When you consider my sort of personal stats would be around 93, 94. Club head speed, that is. We've slowed that down significantly. We've managed to get ourselves 193 carry. All them numbers are pretty decent. But it's what it's allowed me to do is extend the swing. I'm going to do exactly the same now. I'm going to try and build that up in terms of speed. So turn and turn. And again, what you can hopefully see, so we got club head speed up a bit. We now jumped up to a 212 carry, 90 mile an hour club head speed. So it's still, like a lot of golfers out there, will be in and around that 90 mile an hour club head speed with driver. So if that's you, then this could be really releasing a lot of extra club head speed that you're perhaps starting to lose out on. And there's a real interesting point that Phil makes in that, you know, teaching methods change and the kind of mentality changes on what we should and shouldn't do with a golf swing. But then you think back to all the sort of greats in years gone by, and he reels off a number of golfers from Bobby Jones and up to kind of Jack Nicklaus, who would always lift that left heel off the ground, and it was seen as very much the norm, and nowadays it's frowned upon. But then you go back to kind of like the modern day and think of people like Bryson and some of the guys who were in the long drive competitions. All they will do is lift that left heel off considerably to allow them to get the biggest and fullest turn. So what you don't want to do, or at least my, again, interpretation is, what you don't want to do is start to sway away off this and become very unstable. That would become counterintuitive, but the whole idea would be to simply get that left heel off, extend the swing, and then exactly again on the way through. And give it one more go, maybe with a little bit more effort. So turn. See what that does. Oh, nothing. Oh, hello. Okay, so pulled it down the left a little bit, but you've seen we got up to 95 club head speed, 218 carry, 13 degree ball flight. Pulled it down the left with that bit of extra effort, so maybe just need to keep it a little bit smoother. And I felt again as though there's a bit of a casting motion at the top of the swing there. So all them things that I would personally need to work on. But you can certainly see, and I've certainly experienced, how we've gone from, what did we start off with? 88, was it, mile an hour club head speed. We managed to get that up to 95 mile an hour club head speed. And again, very easy. There's no, I ain't feeling any pulls on the back. I'm not feeling any strain across the body at all. All I'm doing is allowing me to extend that backswing, extend the follow through. And Phil, I think it's a great tip for senior golfers, or like I said, anyone who's struggling with that flexibility, to extend that golf swing and increase club head speed and maintain some distance for as long as we possibly can. Right, hope you enjoyed that one. As ever, thank you for watching. Very simple, but very effective tip, and give it a go and let me know how things work out for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.